Hi, my name is Holden Lindekugel, and for my persuasive speech, I'm going to be talking about why college athletes deserve to get paid. Have you heard how much money the NCAA makes from college sports? Well, according to MoneyNation.com, NCAA sports makes about $12 billion from ticket sales and student fees alone. You heard that right, $12 billion. The NCAA organization makes roughly $1 billion after all the schools take their cut from the whole amount. $1 billion is still a whole lot that the college athletes see none of that money. Yet, none of these athletes that help make that money get any, like I just said. I feel like this is a very important topic because although I'm not going to play sports in college, if someone that is going to play sports in college should know that the organization that runs college sports makes $1 billion, yet the athletes that help create that revenue gets none. I feel like this is not a very popular topic. You do not hear people talking about why college athletes should get paid, like you hear about why teachers should be paid more, professional athletes should be paid less, why you should not drink and drive, and many other topics that are talked about. That is why I chose the topic of college athletes deserving to get paid. College athletes deserve to get paid because unlike other college students, college athletes are not able to get a job during their sports season because they have to devote all their time to their sport they are in. Some college athletes get paid under the table, and if an athlete gets hurt, they could potentially lose the opportunity of becoming a professional and losing out on lots of money that they could have made if they did not get injured. College athletes should get paid because they do not have the time to get a job. Most college programs have their athletes training all year round so they can stay in shape. Student athletes spend about 40 hours a week on academics and about 45 hours on athletics, which is about an 85-hour week, which can really take a toll on a person. According to Inside Hired, in a 2010 NCAA survey, 3/4 of Division I baseball players reported spending as much or more time on athletics during the off-season compared to their actual season. And about 70% of basketball and 70% of football players reported the same. Slightly less than half of women's basketball players reportedly spending equal or more time on sports activities during the off-season. And 60% of athletes in all other sports reported spending equal or more time on sports activities during the off-season. With that being said, it can be very difficult for these athletes to find a job even during their off-season, because they still have to spend just as much time during the off-season for their sport and still go to school. College players have been getting paid under the table, so why not make it legal to pay the players when some are getting paid anyway, so why not pay them legally? And not have to involve the FBI when investigating players getting paid under the table, because that's just a waste of taxpayers' money. In 2018, Arizona Wildcats coach Sean Miller was caught wiretapping DeAndre Ayton, who was one of his star players, and he was drafted #1 overall by the Phoenix Suns. He was caught wiretapping him $100,000, and there's new reports saying that Sean Miller was wiretapping DeAndre Ayton $10,000 a month while he was in college. Top schools like Duke, Michigan, Michigan State, Maryland, and North Carolina, just to name a few, are other schools that have been caught paying or doing other activities which are not allowed by NCAA rules, paying players or taking them to dinner, and all sorts of stuff like that. If college athletes are allowed to get paid legally, there would be no need for law enforcement to waste their time and money to investigate people getting paid to play a sport that is making an organization over $1 billion. College athletes could lose out on millions of dollars if they get hurt. According to thenoodle.com, if a college athlete gets hurt, the NCAA does not even help with the medical expenses unless it exceeds over $90,000, which a $90,000 medical bill is a lot of money for just about anybody, even an adult or a college athlete. A college student, let alone a college athlete, would likely to struggle to find a way to pay that bill because, like I have previously stated, it is very difficult for college athletes to find a job to fit their tough schedule. The NCAA allows people who are potential early picks in the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and WNBA can purchase an insurance to protect against loss of future earnings. but the athlete has to be approved by a program administrator, and the athlete has to pay for the insurance out of pocket. Another thing, the athlete has to have the insurance before he or she gets injured. Otherwise, they will not be able to be compensated for their injuries. For example, Duke star freshman Zion Williamson, who is projected to go number 1 overall in this year's NBA draft, but his shoe broke on him, which caused him to get a knee injury, was not as serious as it could have been. It could have been a career-ending injury, but he got lucky and he is fine and healthy now. But if it was severe, Williamson could have lost out on millions, if not billions of dollars. Because of how popular he is, there's reports shoe companies could offer Williamson a $1 billion shoe contract. Although the NCAA would not pay him nearly as much as he would make from the NBA or sponsorships, it would still be good if the NCAA paid its players who risk getting injured every game and make the NCAA a lot of money when the players do not see a single penny of it. College athletes should get paid because college athletes are not able to get a job during their sports season. Some college athletes get paid under the table, and if an athlete gets hurt, they could potentially lose the opportunity of becoming a professional and losing out on lots of money that they could have made if they did not get injured. College athletes are just like professional athletes. They get to play on TV, fans buy merchandise based off a certain player, and most importantly, the players make the league they play for a lot of money. The only difference is that college athletes do not get paid whatsoever. And if they do get paid, it is illegal to do so. It is unfair that an organization that makes over $1 billion does not have to give any of that money to the players that make the money for the organization. Yet, both the NCAA and the college athlete plays for makes money. Even the coaches get paid lots of money. Like Kentucky's coach gets paid over $1 million a year, but yet none of his athletes get to see a single penny. That is why I decided to talk about why college athletes deserve to get paid. Not only is it unfair, but I do not think it is talked about enough. Hopefully I changed your mind, or at least made you think differently about college athletics and why the athletes deserve to be paid.